The road to Zenith. Morgan has volunteered to lead you to Zenith.
As Chieftain Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hraesvelgr's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. It's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though. We need to make for a thaw. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo.
Okay, I think I remember. Have you dabbed away your tears? That's exactly where my mind went. That is exactly what I was thinking. Shit, dragons. I guess we fighting them. Oh god, we both triggered them. Maybe we can help kill each other's. Oh, I'm fucking attacking a sprite. Oops. We did it. Dragon. Ice dragon, I'm waiting. Oh, there's two more. Oh. Moss dragons. Hi. That's a big cone. Alright. Big cone of poison. Rude.
Things were a bit bitey for a while there, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual.
I mean, that tracks. Waiting for the wind to change. Morgan seems fretful about the weather.
We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Hraesvelgr invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down.
Okay. I got you. Hi, Morgan.
This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then, we might as well make ourselves comfortable.
If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And mayhap a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well, then. I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquire a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Korthus. Okay. Clear our minds? 'Tis Master Alpha No whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Kat, and see what the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. Okay, let's go save our boy. It's your boy, Alpha No. Big angy tree. Oops. Ew. Oh, I thought it actually registered me trying to get up. Apparently not so. Alright. And then I guess this one. Done. I did it. I see I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphino returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looks like a stew ingredients, ready for the fire.
Oh, she's making us dinner.
And Alphino never knew. Ah, few things compare to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Ha, so speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling in a flint. 'Tis well you instructed me so patiently, then. And yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to assail with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlayan dignitary, and, alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the stadium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of mine own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. 'Twas only upon meeting Hraesvelgr that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for the chance encounter, I never would have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things I cannot deny, but I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphino. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear, with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now, I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under for which I have labored. Sitting here, amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragonsong War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say with for a certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great worm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hraesvelgr of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not, but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, wind's willing, we shall have our answers on the morrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. Oh. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Heart of Ice. Morgan is gazing meaningfully at the path to Zenith.
The campfire was so cozy. I must have fallen asleep, Kopo. But do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Hraesvelgr back to the skies above Zenith, I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot on that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now, if it's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you.
Are you suggesting I'm gonna die? Okay. I am suspicious. Alright, let's go. Please be voice acted. I beg of you. I'm so musical. Okay, it is voice acted, but he doesn't speak English. Mortals, why do you disturb my solitude?
Hraesvelgr.
That was... Oop. Pull it. Oh God! He doesn't stop talking. Thou speakest the name of a creature that but awaiteth the release of oblivion. Leave me. Can you please
I've
speak
at
English?
12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Hraesvelgr, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth about your past, about Shiva.
Do not speak her name, mortal.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Foolish girl, thinkest thou my beloved's spirit hath descended from the heavens? That the secrets of her heart are thine to know?
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Gullible fool. The light but illuminated the past for thee. It did not grant thee omniscience. Okay, that was short. The spirit thou hast summoned belongeth not to Shiva. 'Tis but a shade conjured by thine own fantasy. In an age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, they attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Such gods are not summoned, but created. Phantoms spun from the threads of misplaced faith.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Was but thy dream of Shiva. Thy soul hath been corrupted by a deity of thine own making, child. Somebody give her a hug.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
The tale of thy kind is one of avarice, treachery, and death, and thou wouldst speak to me of peace. Hark thee, mortal, to the naked truth. Then tell me thou deservest forgiveness.
Ein ison ul
1200 years ago, my beloved Shiva's sacrifice served to bring an end to the war twixt man and dragon, paving the way for an age of peace and cooperation. How dare you make me read all this, game? 2 centuries of harmony were to follow, during which time the Elezen learned much about us, not least that the eyes of the Great Worm are the wellspring of his strength. Twas out of the selfish desire to possess this strength that King Thordan then conspired to undo all that our peoples had achieved together. With the aid of his leal knights, the most noble of Elezen lured my brood sister, Ratatoskr, into an ambush and took from her that which he craved. Fain would I strike the image from my mind, yet still the scene doth linger, of my brood sister's tattered corpse, defiled by her Elezen allies. They had torn out her eyes and feasted upon them in the manner of wild beasts. Yet that was not all, for from their bloody banquet the fiends had gained strength beyond that of mortal men. Even now I labor to comprehend the enormity of their betrayal. Nidhogg was the first to learn of the atrocity, and he took to the skies hungry for vengeance. But though he slew Thordan and few of his knights, their fellow butchers knew only too well where to aim their spears, and with now practiced savagery, they set about my brood brother, sending him flailing from the field. Such is the truth the Holy See would keep hidden. Such was the beginning of the Dragonsong War. 'Tis a song my kind shall never forget, even should 10,000 years pass and Ishgard crumble into dust.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient. that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, Dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
What thou choosest to believe is immaterial. The betrayal that yet haunts mine every waking moment is no less than the truth to my kind. And Nidhogg meaneth for Thordan's people to suffer for the sin till the end of days. That which thou imaginest, a war of extinction, is but a punishment, a siege of spirit. Hast thou not seen those who tire of the torment, those who abandon their own and side with dragonkind?
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
Know that all the traitors' progeny bear a trace of Radatasker's essence, but a single sip of our blood is enough to awaken it.
Then, the seed lies within us.
I don't like that. Can we phrase that a different way, please? Pretty please? Tis for this reason that those who abandon their loyalties are rewarded with a drink, and thus are they transformed, to join the ranks of Nidhogg's ever-growing army as newborn dragons. One by one, through death or defection, my brood brother shall account for all the betrayers of children.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
There will always be some, of course, who choose to fight until the bitter end, like thee, Dragoon. But struggle as thou might, thy youthful vigor will be spent ere thou reachest 210, and Nidhogg shall remain to torment thine offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
Thou hast the right of a dragon slayer. Comprehendest thou now the futility of thy quest?
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Stubborn child, thou thinkest in mortal terms. Our perception of time is too broad for thee to grasp.
set in sori, nosta no lis as dui forfain.
'Tis a simple matter for thee to offer thine apologies. Thou didst not perpetuate the crime. Despite thy visions, the deeds of history seem distant to thee.
An isi a ultran as nisek for, in lai as nesh I ratatoska.
For a worm such as Nidhogg, however, that history is yet part of his present, as fresh as the blood that did gush from Ratatasker's wounds. How could he not be driven mad?
En sith son ishi eskfar ulgar los an.
'Tis only by the calming embrace of Shiva's soul that mine own fury hath not consumed me.
Snosk for an, non an lis I an, skol lens an, skol.
But let us speak no more of what is done. My faith in your kind is spent, and I would be alone. Well, that went well. A lot of sarcasm included. Hraesvelgr was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. Fairly? Okay. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the start. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. Isael, are you okay? I don't think Isael's okay. Oh! Somebody give her a hug! I'm gonna give her a hug. Hold on. Let me find it on my list. Hold on, Isael. That's weirdly distant. Hold on. Oops. What false god is this, Shiva? What manner of phantom have I welcomed into my heart? Oh no, not fist bump. Hold on. Hug. Oh. The Worm's Lair. Alphino is considering your party's next course of action. I was not expecting.
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction. And the eye tells me he is near.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinian. You yourself spoke of the Great Worm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
In close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe. But such speculation is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
Doesn't mean we can't hold her hand to let her know we're there. Can I kick Istinia in the crotch? Can I make that happen for me? Let's go fight some bitches. Hello? More dragons are waiting. He still did fire. That was scary. Excuse me. Thank you. Oop. Okay. Hi. Nope, he dead. Oh god, there's another. Woohoo! Oh god, more. Woo! All right. Oh.
Is that it?
Aye, that would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
Well, I mean, I don't blame him.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
There are better words, Alphina. Okay, just... What was that
Mayhap
grin?
it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
Daddy said. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry if you heard that. We'll do that, sure. Ba-da-ba.